Welcome back. It's 2013 and I thought I would kick off this brand new year of YouTube retro goodness with a recent, well, not so recent pickup, but a pickup that I made a few months ago now actually, and it's PC Engine Supergrafx. I picked this up I think around about sort of November time-ish. I've recently over the past sort of couple of months bought quite a bit of PC Engine hardware, so this will be the first video of that sort of mini series really of PC Engine consoles. This is one of the consoles that's been missing out of my collection. Haven't had one, I've never had one before, and I thought I'd pick one up. They are fairly rare, to be honest, not ultra rare, but they are fairly rare and they don't come up that often, and when they actually do come up for purchase, they're not particularly cheap. They are pretty big, I've got to be honest. I mean, that, you know, the size of my head, that is like pretty huge, you know, that's sort of sticking out the side of my head, that is pretty big. It certainly is a bit of a weird styling of console really. If you compare this to a Graphics 2 or the original PC Engine White version, this is a massive amount bigger in its monstrosity of its design really. I don't know why they made it this big, to try and make it look better quality perhaps, to set it aside from the PC Engine, the original PC Engine. These were actually released in 1989. I'm just going to have a quick scan over the wiki. The original PC Engine came out in 1987, this came out in 1989, so it was a couple of years after the original PC Engine came out. But the actual series of PC Engines ended about 1994, yeah, 1994 with the GRX. So it was quite early on really in its life cycle. One of the reasons why the Supergrafx came out was, I think, in answer or possible retaliation to things like the Super Nintendo. The actual console itself is basically a PC Engine, but it has got some enhanced, I think, graphics chip on there. It was a bit of a bummer as regards to a console release, because there was only 5 games that actually came out for this to take the extra advantage of the processing power that this new version of the PC Engine had. One of those games is Ghouls and Ghosts, which I've showed a bit of gameplay on one of my previous CRT videos, the PVM video, and also I think on the BVM video I gave a bit of a gameplay of that game. It looks and plays and sounds absolutely fantastic, really good game, and I'm pretty disappointed really that they never made more software for this specific hardware platform. I don't really know the real ins and outs why it just died, because it just died. It never really took off. It never sold much, and I don't know why, especially when the actual PC Engine hardware itself kept on going. But I think the CD side of the PC Engine overtook really any capabilities, any extra capabilities that the Supergrafx could do. So it is a pretty sort of weird console really. you've got your joypad port at the front, so it takes a normal PC Engine joypad. These were only released in Japan. You couldn't get them anywhere else. This is an import console. Obviously it's got the expansion bus on the back, so you could connect a Super CD-ROM 2 to it if you wanted to, or the Tinoco add-ons or things like that. Anything that went onto a normal standard PC Engine or Core Graphics would go onto this, so you could have the CD-ROM attachment if you really wanted to. That is where your Hue cards go into. That's probably about it, really. This console wasn't boxed. It cost me about I think it was £150 delivered, so again it wasn't particularly cheap, but I wanted to add it to my collection purely really because of Ghouls and Ghosts. I wanted that game for it. I wanted to play it on the hardware, and it's a fantastic game, it really is. Now these consoles, as the normal PC Engine consoles, are not RGB out. It's normal video composite, and you've got that on the side there, which is the normal one that's on the PC Engine Core Graphics and Core Graphics 2. I haven't RGB modded this, but I have got an RGB modded Tinoco unit that I think I've shown before that I'll slot onto there, so I'll get an RGB picture out of it, so it's absolutely fine. Not really a fat lot to say about it, purely because the lack of software really that was actually produced for it, which is a real bummer, like I said. So yeah, bit of a shitter, that one, but it's a nice console to add to the collection, and it will obviously enhance the PC Engine hardware collection that I've already got, and I will be showing you some more in future videos of some more hardware that I bought as well recently. So I'll cut to some gameplay. I'm not sure what game to put on. I'll put one of the Supergrafx ones on. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll speak to you again soon. Right, so this is one of the extra games. Actually, there's only one that isn't actually a Supergrafx game, but is able to take advantage of some extra graphics capabilities of the Supergrafx. This is actually a PC Engine game, Darius Plus. It's the only game that is for the PC Engine that does double up as a Supergrafx game as regards to getting some extra graphical capabilities out of it. I'm not actually sure what the differences are, if I'm being absolutely honest, but I just thought I'd show it. It's a great shoot 'em up as well. So now, of course, this is being displayed on my Sony BVM monitor for that extra scanline shizfest. Hopefully you'll pick up the quality on the video in. Nothing really to say about the Darius series of games, that hasn't already been said. I personally love them. I think one of the best ones, and I've said it before, is Darius, I forgot what it's called now, Darius Force, Darius Twin for the Super Nintendo. I know there's 2 Darius games for that, but it was the first one that came out. Absolutely astonishing game that is. I absolutely love it. The music to the game is great. Oh, what happened there? Got choked. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Well, at least I'll be able to get straight on to the next gameplay. Oh, for fuck. Yeah, story of my life, boy. Pump the volume up a bit. Right, this game is a Supergrafx game, and this one's called Aldynes, something like that. Anyway, it's a horizontal shooter. So let's get straight into the old mofo. Get ready. It's a pretty gash. What's wrong with me this evening? It is a pretty gash shooter, if I'm being honest. colour scheme's just awful. So drab. Get your yeah. What a load of bullshit that is. Right, let's get on to the next game. Now this is probably, other than Ghouls and Ghosts, this is probably the best game for Supergrafx, and if you're a shooter fan, I suspect this will be your choice over Ghouls and Ghosts. But I mean, I like both games, and I think this is a fantastic conversion. So we'll give it a bashola. This is pretty expensive, guys. This game is so. It's not particularly hard to get hold of. You can get hold of it, but it's not cheap. But it is worth it. It's a great game. Ooh. Pretty manic as well, really, for a shoot 'em up of the era that this came. Oh, you bitch! Should have shot me bolt, shouldn't I? Like that. Behave. Yeah. Well, there you go, just a quick run through of about 3 games. You've seen Ghouls and Ghosts already, so I won't show you that again. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Speak again soon.